Hey Facebook. So if you don't know me already, my name is Jody. I'm an artist based in North Yorkshire in the UK, and mainly my work tends to be to commission. So I work in every different style and medium you can think of with all different subjects. But I created this Facebook page to showcase my primary interest, which is now portraits. And within that, oil portraits. Now in a second I'm going to talk about some of my paintings and what I'm doing in them and what I'm trying to say with them and where I'm going with it. And hopefully the goal one day is to be painting the celebrities and getting a little bit more high profile with this kind of painting, because I tried to paint in the traditional style but in a modern way, and that's what I'm going to explain in a second, so keep watching. Cheers. Okay, so this was the first painting which I really put all my time and effort into, and I really tried to make it the culmination of everything that I'd learned up to this point. Now, to make things easier on myself, I chose quite a close friend. And the reason for that is in my paintings I'm trying to depict a personality rather than just getting a likeness of somebody. Lots of artists do that, but I just try and give my own stamp on something. So when I'm thinking about a personality, I'm also thinking about my own observations of a person and trying to find things which I see that perhaps not everybody else sees. So how do I show that in a painting? Well, in this case, this person is quite a friendly, sort of cheery character. But when you get to know her and sit down and have a conversation, there is a much more serious side which comes across. So for this cause, I latch onto that and try and depict that side, because that's the side that people that know her well are going to experience, and family members and things like that, but not generally everybody in the street is going to notice this about her. So it makes it much more personal, it makes it a statement about her, and it gives it a little bit more merit in my eyes. So once I've thought about that, well, then I use my composition. In this case, I used a triangular composition. I arranged her so that the light falls in a specific way, like this, and I position her looking out of the painting. So she's looking away into the distance as if she's thinking, or she could be thinking about the future. She's pointing to the right. This makes a statement about what is happening, and it also shows what she's doing, and also things about her which you can sort of interpret in your own way. In addition to this, I leave a space behind her head, which I always think if it was a cartoon there could be a thought bubble there. It all adds to the imagery of this kind of a serious side and a thought-provoking character. So how do I approach this in other paintings? Well, here's another example. This is a painting of two sisters which I met about a year ago. And in this instance, my composition has to be used to show a relationship between two people, not just a singular personality. It's got to show this connection, which I'm not going to see anywhere else. So how do I do it? Well, I can't use a triangle like before to make the eye go out of a picture. I've got to keep the eye moving around inside the picture because it's got to show them interacting with each other. And you don't want it to be open, you want it to be very closed and about kind of togetherness. So I use a figure of 8, and the way this works is your eye will follow around the picture in this figure of 8 instead of just reading it like a book and going off the edge of a page. So it's a composition used to show something about two people together this time rather than a singular one. Now sometimes a composition will present itself by accident because you can't plan everything, and in this case this person here is a vet. Now she picked her cat up to just play with it, and then she started sort of examining it and holding it in a way that only a vet would. So I took this photo, and it really says something about her rather than it just being another picture of anything. Okay, now how did I do the composition here? Well, I wanted it to all be about this relationship between her and her own cat. So I took my triangle again, but this time I turned it on its side into a pyramid shape. So you have kind of a grandeur to this, and it all focuses everything on one point in the center, and then you get this vertical middle line down the middle of the picture where everything about this relationship happens. She's looking directly at him and he's looking directly at her, and it accentuates this moment rather than a feeling, a thought process, a relationship or anything. This one is about a moment. So all of the arrangement of a painting can say something about the character or anything which you want to put in your picture. That's why composition is so important, and that's how I like to use it in my paintings to raise them to the next level. I hope this video was interesting to you, and I will probably make some more in the future if you like it. So thanks very much, and bye.